Welcome everyone to the deep dive. Really glad you can join us. Today we're getting into a book that's, well, it's pretty powerful. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by
Hmm.
Susan Jeffers. We're working from a really insightful summary of it. Our mission basically is to unpack the practical wisdom here. We want to explore how you can navigate fear, something we all feel, right?
Mm.
And build real confidence alongside it. By the time we're done, you should have a much clearer roadmap, let's say, for facing challenges.
Absolutely. And what's great is that this isn't just theory. It offers, really actionable ways to think about fear. It's this universal emotion. And we'll look at how it actually impacts our lives, our choices, and maybe how to work with it, not just fight it.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Often we think the aim is to get rid of fear completely, to be
Yeah.
fearless. But the book just flips that idea on its head, doesn't it?
Totally.
It says the key isn't eliminating fear, it's learning to act with it. Feel the fear and then, do it anyway. It's a
Hmm.
big shift in how you think about it. She really stresses that acting despite the fear, that's the real skill.
It really is. Because, we're often taught fear is bad, something to avoid or conquer. But what Jeffers points out so well is that successful people aren't fearless. They just act even when they are scared, which kind of raises the question, what makes some people act when others freeze?
That's a great way to put it. And I think for a lot of us, the first reaction is to resist fear, right? To push it away. So just accepting it's there, that's almost the first step in taking its power away, don't you think?
Definitely. Acceptance first.
And understanding what kind of fear we're feeling helps too. Which leads us perfectly into how the book breaks fear down into 3 levels. This part is usually where people go, okay, I recognize that. You'll probably see yourself in these. So first up, level 1. These are the external fears, the ones tied to specific situations or events outside us. Think about leaving a job you hate, or maybe ending a relationship, or that classic one, public speaking, stuff happening out there.
Yeah, the what if scenarios about external events.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you've got level 2, internal fears. These are more about your inner state.
Yeah.
Things like fear of failure, fear of rejection, even the fear of success, which sounds weird, but is really common.
Right, like worrying about the new pressures success might bring.
Yeah.
Sabotaging yourself almost.
Yeah, it can happen. And then finally, level 3. This is the deepest one. According to the book, this is the core belief. I can't handle it.
Hmm.
That fundamental feeling that whatever happens, you won't cope. It sort of underlies the other
Yes,
fear.
I can't handle it belief.
Well, it's huge.
Right.
Jeffers really nails it as the root cause for so much anxiety. Like you said, peel back the fear of public speaking. Maybe it's not just messing up the words. Maybe it's the deeper fear that you won't be able to handle the embarrassment if you do. What's so powerful is just naming that core insecurity. It gives you something concrete to work with, a way to start taking back your power. Do you find people often have that aha moment when they hear that? Oh, absolutely. It's like a light bulb switching on. You realize, okay, it's not the thing itself. It's my belief about handling the thing. And that insight leads right into the practical strategies for, well, empowerment. The first big one is take your power back. It sounds simple, but it's about taking responsibility. Responsibility for your own thoughts, your own feelings, not blaming circumstances or other people.
Because blaming actually makes you feel less powerful, less confident.
Exactly. And a huge part of taking power back is changing your self-talk. This is where it gets really hands-on. Jeffers gives great examples. Like, instead of, I can't do this, you consciously shift it to, I'm learning how to do this.
Or changing this is totally beyond me into something like,
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Or figure it out. It's about that consistent internal shift.
and these reframing techniques, they're so important. They're not just, empty affirmations. They genuinely build resilience. Changing that inner dialogue, it's a fundamental mindset shift, isn't it? You go from being passive about your thoughts to actively shaping them.
You're choosing a better story for yourself.
Exactly. Do you think people sometimes underestimate how much conscious effort that takes, though? Rewiring that negative track?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It sounds easy, but it's daily work. Sometimes moment-to-moment work, like building any muscle,
Yeah. Requires practice.
And speaking of building, another key strategy is the power of small, consistent steps.
Mm.
It's not about massive leaps. It's the tiny actions, done regularly. The book explains that these small moves build confidence and chip away at the fear directly. You build momentum.
Like laying bricks, one small action, then another.
Right. You want to write a book, just write 1 paragraph today. That's the idea. And connected to taking action is understanding the illusion of control. The book's clear. We can't control everything out there. Outcomes, other people, forget it. But we can control our responses, our decisions. Letting go of needing to control everything is actually, well, freeing.
It really is liberating because think about all the mental energy you waste trying to control things you just can't. It ties right back to acting despite uncertainty, which makes you think, right, what things do we all try to control that are actually, outside our influence?
That's a really good question for reflection for all of us listening.
Recognizing that is a big step.
And with that understanding, Jeffers is adamant. You have to take risks for growth. Staying comfy means staying stuck.
Growth happens at the edge. Always.
And all these strategies, taking power back, self-talk, small steps, letting go of control, taking risks, they all build towards genuine self-confidence. It's all powered by adopting that core mantra the book gives us. Whatever happens, I can handle it.
That's the anchor. So when you pull it all together, you see this complete framework for empowerment emerging from the book. Accepting fear, finding the root, taking responsibility, acting small, letting go. It all connects. It's not just random tips. It's a whole system for facing life with more agency.
And it's not just theory. The summary gives really practical advice, stuff you listening can actually do, like writing down your fears daily, just getting them out of your head onto paper. It sounds simple, but it helps. And then take one small action related to one of those fears. Tiny action.
Makes it less overwhelming, doesn't it, seeing it written down?
Totally. Another tip, positive self-talk in the mirror.
Yeah, that one can feel a bit awkward at first.
It can, but it really helps reinforce that positive internal voice you're trying to build. And finally, this great daily question to ask yourself, what would I do if I weren't afraid?
Ooh, I like that one.
It cuts to the fear paralysis, doesn't it? Lets you see what you really want to do.
Yeah, and the reason these simple steps work is, well, there's psychology behind it. Writing fears down externalizes them, like we said. Positive self-talk literally helps rewire neural pathways over time. It's like cognitive behavioral therapy made accessible. And that question, what would I do if I weren't afraid? It just bypasses the fear center for a moment and accesses your aspiration, your courage.
So wrapping this up, the core message from our deep dive into feel the fear and do it anyway isn't about becoming fearless. That's not the goal, maybe not even possible. Instead, the real wisdom here is that living a full, meaningful,